it's Peyton, and I'm in Italy. Today, I'm at Pinocchio Park. Can I tell you a story? Once upon a time, there's a little boy named Carlo. He lived in Florence, a big city here in Italy. Carlo was the oldest of 10 children. That's a lot of kids, right? There were so many children that sometimes his mom and dad couldn't feed them all. Sadly, they had to send Carlo away to live with his grandparents. So Carlo grew up in a tiny town called Collodi. The town was surrounded by forest. It was filled with beautiful animals. There were foxes, rabbits, sheep, and donkeys. There was also a beautiful palace. The palace had many gardens. This was where Carlo played. His grandfather was a gardener at the palace. Carlo wrote stories of the people and animals in his town. As an author, he called himself Carlo Collodi. He loved the town of Collodi so much. He pretended it was his last name when he wrote stories. It was his pen name or pseudonym. It means a fake name for authors. When he was older, he studied many things. He was very smart and he did things well. He started working at a newspaper. One day his boss asked him to make stories for children. He thought about animals, the forest, and the people he met. He took up all the memories and he made one story. It is called The Adventures of Pinocchio. Each week in the newspaper, there was a new story about Pinocchio. It was about a carpenter named Geppetto. He made a marionette named Pinocchio. The children who read the stories loved Pinocchio. They wanted more of the story, more. So Carlo kept on writing and writing. Today, Pinocchio is the most famous puppet. All Carlo's short stories is in one book. The book has been translated into 300 languages. In this story, Pinocchio is made out of wood. He was a puppet, but he wanted to be a real boy. And there was a blue fairy. She was very kind, and she helped Pinocchio. She gave him comfort, guidance, and helped him when he got stuck. I think she was kind of like a mother to him. But Pinocchio was often a very bad boy. He didn't listen to his father. He made some very bad choices. His friends told Pinocchio to do wrong things. He learned that being a bad boy was a bad idea. Pinocchio had a little friend who gave him advice. Do you know his name? The Talking Cricket, of course. You might know him as Jiminy Cricket. Pinocchio's nose grew longer when he lied. He had to learn to be honest. Telling the truth is always the best idea. Don't you agree? Pinocchio went with his friend named Candlewick to the land of toys. There, Pinocchio was part of a circus. He even became a donkey. Oh no! Later, he helped his father get out of a big fish. At the end, he does become a real boy after a lot of lessons. The name Pinocchio comes from two Italian words. Pino means pine wood in Italian. Occhio means eye. Why did the author give his puppet this silly name? Maybe he wanted children to learn lessons about life through the eyes of his little wooden puppet. When we read stories like this, we learn a lot too. We can make good choices like Pinocchio. When we attach a lesson to a story, it's called moral. The moral of the story. What is the moral of the story of Pinocchio? I think it's this. No matter how many mistakes you make, it's never too late to do the right thing. You and I can also write fun stories. They can be about people and places and animals. We can add morals or lessons to our stories. That way we can help other children, just like Carlo. Who will be the hero of your story? What will he or she learn? We are the next generations of authors. You and me. Let's have fun writing stories of our own. Thank you, Carlo Collodi, for writing Pinocchio. You have inspired us. Kids, I hope you get to visit Pinocchio Part 2. Until then, it's time to get writing. Ciao from Italy.